life is not always going to be fair. Maurice Hooker was just stopped in round 6 by Jose Ramirez, who is now the WBC and WBO unified 140-pound champion. Maurice Hooker was down in round 1. We're going to give you a replay of the stoppage very soon. And you'll see that the referee wasn't wrong for stopping the fight, especially with the way things been going in boxing. Look at that. You know, and he was taking some shots where, come on, Rick, come on. That's not a bad, come on. Referee did a good job. It's a shame because I like Maurice Hooker. And this was a 50-50 fight. And if anything, coming into this fight, I had Maurice Hooker as the favorite to win. But it was a 50-50 fight. Maurice Hooker, remember, he had that gift against Darlise Perez on, what was that, Ward Kovalev 1? Or Kovalev Ward 1? And remember, Jose Ramirez in his last fight against Cepeda got some hometown loving. So to me, this was truly one of those fights that was 50-50. Because it all depends on whose experience, you know, tenacity, ring generalship, or more so just overall skill would show up. And as you can see right there, it has been Jose Ramirez. And Jose Ramirez advances now in this unofficial 140-pound tournament. Don't you know in Season 2, the World Boxing Super Series finals are in trouble again between Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor and Nonito Donaire versus Inoue at 118. And also the Cruiserweight finals, Yordanis Dorticos versus Miras Bridas. The money has just been... But basically, Jose Ramirez, who's he on the phone with? Bob Arum? Basically, Jose Ramirez is supposed to go on to face the winner of Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor. But the timeline is all fucked up. You don't want Jose Ramirez sitting out too long. Let's listen in, by the way. Let's turn it up.
Jose Carlos Ramirez.
Cross promotion between Top Rank and the Zone. Cross network. Actually, one network. Jose Ramirez has been allowed
earlier, why take this fight, the risk?
The fuck up, y'all. Shut up.
He said something because he's such a nice kid. He said, look, I want to fight the best. I want to unify. I want to be the undisputed champion. You know, so I'll come here to fight this guy. This guy is dangerous, but that's why you can win a lot by beating this man.
Ramirez showed character. He didn't care that we were in Hooker's hometown. He says, inside that ring, we're both in our hometown. And Ramirez told us that Hooker was going to have to dig deeper than he ever had to dig before. It was a fantastic fight, but ultimately, that man right there, the
fuck up.
Champion now. Just incredible action.
Let's look at the copy box stats, try to make sense of all this. It was action-packed through all 6 rounds. Maurice Hooker outlanding Jose Ramirez, 129-99. Ramirez throwing more punches. Ramirez is consistent, Sergio, in his attack. Hooker, though, on his part, again, I'm not looking back in hindsight, Hooker is also, as you see, the power punches landed. Ramirez with a slight advantage. He threw many more power shots, landed 10 more. But it's Hooker that does have dangerous shots, and he looked poised through most of this fight.
No, Ramirez is consistent with the pressure, with the power, with cutting off the ring. It's intelligent pressure, and it was only going to get harder and harder for Hooker because Ramirez gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes on.
This is what happens when the top guys meet, when the champions go head-to-head. Fireworks and just outstanding performances. Chris Mannix is in the ring with the unified champion. Chris.
Jose, congratulations. You are now the unified 140-pound champion. What do you think of your performance?
I'm very thankful. First of all, I want to thank God, my family, my team, both of my promoter, Bob Arum, Adrian Hearn, Maurice Hooker and his team, and other amazing fans here in Texas. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity. It was a blessing for me to showcase my talent in front of you guys. And I'm very happy. I was honestly impressed by power against a top fighter like Maurice Hooker, and it just lets me know I'm on the right track to continue being a better fighter and improving myself as a fighter, growing as a professional in the 140-pound division, and I'm ready for anyone now.
This was viewed by a lot of people as a total pick'em fight coming in, a 50-50 type of fight. How confident were you coming into this fight?
You know, I felt very, very confident with my skills, just like any fighter feels before coming into a ring. You know, a real champion always feels and has faith in himself, always feels ready, believes in his team. I was just in the same position. I believed in my team, I have faith in myself, and you know, I was just here for one mission, and that's to become the unified champion of the world. And I'm very happy and I'm very blessed. You know, again, I'm very thankful for the opportunity. I'm very humble for this amazing opportunity and for this position that I am in. I'm a very blessed guy, and I just want to thank everyone again.
Each round felt like a different fight. When you got in close, you were effective. When he got space, he was effective. What was it like in there?
You know, Robert told me, you know, listen, Jose, I know you like to brawl, but, you know, Maurice Hooker is a very smart fighter. He's going to want to let you drain yourself, and he's going to want to block punches and be comfortable. And then he's going to, when he feels comfortable, he's going to come at you, and he did that.
Maurice Hooker did get fucked up those last couple minutes.
So, you know, I had to show Maurice Hooker something new, and that was going back to my fundamentals and my rhythm as an amateur, and just working off the jab and closing the distance slowly, without him being aware that I was coming in. Instead of him knowing I was going to come in, I was going to just surprise him.
You took some big right hands throughout the course of this fight. How did you handle his power?
I was so focused and so determined, man. And, you know, I know he landed some good shots, you know, but they were in my forehead. They were not in the right placement. And I know he didn't land his best right hand. I know he was looking for a right hand. I could see his body language was looking for that right hand. He landed
That's
some
a
right
nice
hands,
resume.
but they were not the most power right hands that he probably had. So it's hard for me to say, but I know I had to be very careful in there, that's for sure.
The 6th round, you closed in ways that you've closed a lot of fights. A flurry of punches, forcing the referee to stop in. Take me through the end of this fight and what you saw.
Again, I went back to my fundamentals, just working on my jab, closing the distance, slowly, without him knowing that I was in range to land a combinations. I was closing the distance, and once I felt like I was in range, I threw that 1-2 jab that works perfectly for me. It worked.
Oh,
it
Jesus
worked really
Christ!
Good against Mike Reed, and when I suppressed him with the jab, and with the 1-2 jab, and I buckled him into the ropes, that's where I let my right hand go with another combination of punches.
You've got 2 belts now on your shoulder. In a couple of months, somebody else will have 2 belts on their shoulder, be it Regis Prograis or Josh Taylor. Is that the fight you believe is going to happen next?
Of course, you know what I'm saying? I signed up to fight against the best fighters, you know? And those are the top guys right now, 140. Both me and Maurice Hooker, we took that step to fight each other. And they're doing it because they have to in the tournament. You know, but yeah, I want to get all the titles. That's my main goal. I don't know if they have a date set for that fight, but if they don't, I will be happy to be back on ESPN one more time before the year ends.
Congratulations, Jose. Tremendous performance.
Thank you so much.
We're going to turn to Maurice here. Maurice,
Oh, shit.
this was a back-and-forth fight from the very beginning. The first knockdown, where it looked like he stepped on your foot and you stumbled backwards.
It wasn't a knockdown. It wasn't a knockdown.
As your opponent admits, was not a knockdown. How did that affect you?
It didn't affect me. I know they went on knockdown. I had to go back in there, use my jab.
What were you seeing out there? Because it did seem like when he was putting pressure on you, he was effective. And when you got that space, you were able to land those big shots.
When he had me on the ropes, he really didn't land no clean shot. I was blocking everything. I was trying to catch him when he was back and back, trying to breathe. I was trying to catch him, and it didn't work out.
The 6th round, when it ended, what happened? What were you feeling then?
I lost focus for a quick second. I was trying to play around with my jab hand, and I just lost focus. And you see what happened when you lose focus for a quick second when a top fighter like that.
It's been a struggle to make 140 pounds over the last couple of fights. Yeah. At this point, do you see yourself staying at 140 or trying your hand at 147?
I'm going to go back and discuss that with my team. I might come back 147, but that's up to my team. And right now, we'll take this time off and enjoy my family and kids.
Thanks, Maurice.
Thank you.
Guys.
Wow. Well, this whole...
Yeah, Yo, that's a nice. I was saying earlier in the video that's a nice little resume for Jose Ramirez. Mike Reed, Amir Imam, a Rose Cole, Zepeda, and Maurice Hooker. Despite what you may think of the Zepeda win, that's still a nice, stoppage over Maurice Hooker. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Covering boxing is rough. Look at it. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I did my first video. If you can go back and look, like 6 videos ago, maybe 8 videos ago, it was like 6 o'clock. Covering boxing is rough. But I love it. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.